Hello folks and welcome to the live stream. How you doing? I hope your Thanksgiving weekend is treating you well. Sound check sounds good enough, and so let's get into some of our Swarm Sunday gameplay and all that. I got my coffee. I'm moving a bit slow this morning. I don't know about you guys. Like I said, the title, I still feel stuffed from earlier in the holiday. So I'm just going to post a little bit of notifications here, and while we're getting going, and then we can look at some of these events and everything. Take very long, but I thought I'd get on here, and people want to be hanging out. Yeah, I've got a fair shake. There we go. Our lovely subscriber names coming in and getting the scroll tree. Just let the Alliance know as well. Just let some Star Trek disc. Gander at the events. What else we've got going? So, what else? So how has the event been? Sound checking. There we go. All right. And they're in pretty good. Just seeing what I hear. I hear an echo, so I'm gonna fix that. I found it. All right, and had it low up. My apologies there. So echo is fixed. Some of the pre-game sound checking there. All right, let's get down to business. I'm glad I caught that. Sorry if you had to hear a little bit of echoing. Let's let them know in here. Okay, pressing helps and collect some gifts and then kind of look at what we've got here. All right. Of course, like you, and I woke up, I clicked in and collected some stuff, collected 4 and 24-hour gifts, things like that, so I can move things along towards those dailies. Right now I'm on my first cup of coffee. Probably why I didn't catch the echo piece. There we go. Okay, so we've got Clear the Coast that we didn't have yesterday, and it is the hull damage one, so that's actually a little better for sending non-Eclipse ships at it. I got the leadership boost part 2 came out. It's really just the same thing. I did manage to place. I did spend a little. I I bought some stuff that inadvertently gave me a few pulls, just a few pulls, because it was some good. There was a, one we had that Shakedown Crew offer for $5 or $4.99, which was, I'm like, well, I'm gonna get that. Actually, we should try old Leslie on one of these pieces, and then we'll see how that works. Since now that we have him, and we got regular clear the coast, leadership. I'm gonna go, since it's Swarm Sunday, I'm gonna go for the swarms, because we're gonna be killing a whole bunch of them anyway. I don't want to kill the worms, but the swarms will work, and I will be killing some 35s and 32s, and then of course we'll just kill some big hostiles to kind of complete dailies, and that'll work on that. I believe I'm out of tickets now, so I had a backlog for 2 arcs. Or for parts of it, because I just, I was only doing like maybe one thing a day, and there's been several days during this one where I ended up doing like all 3, probably because I'm also streaming a lot of that stuff with you guys and all that. We got Anomalous Phenomenon. That's quick. The Thanksgiving event, although the two things are still running, I mean, helps and all that. We've already completed them. Completed my armada stuff. Armada. Course Threat from Beyond. It is Swarm Sunday. Just a reminder again, because I'm leveling up. So it is, get a bunch of those 35s for the heroic side, and then get whatever over here. So we'll be rinsing and repeating the Franklin a lot, but some stuff. Let's get... I thought they stalled the arc, remember, for 2 weeks, and it did make sense. I was figuring it had to do with timing around Thanksgiving. It looks like it does, so we might pick right back up on Tuesday with the new event. That's curious to hear about that. See what it is. I'll be dropping videos, going over some patch notes and any new mechanics they put out. As you know, that's something to count on. Appreciate you guys. You guys have been giving a lot of love to the videos, and been growing subscribers lately quite a bit. Thank you. Keep it up. Keep spreading the word. And let's have some fun here and on Twitch. Let's see. Collect away teams. I didn't have too much. I was kind of tired yesterday, so I didn't do that much. We did not get a critical on that, but that will mean we get the Square Bongo reward. I am liking my Square Bongo Officer Research trait creep here, so we have 6.5 hours, so I'm going to that. I don't remember who is my 4-hour one. So I'll deal with this once I get my ships set up. I think that's one of the biggest things about using multiple ships and then the away teams is, sending your officers away that you actually need, or sending them away on ships that you need for away teams. It can be fixed, but it's so. The little Stella, let's see. This one, that's the big Stella. Hi, little Stella. No. Got officers here. I did pick up like the Shakedown Crew, so got the get a little level of to wherever the Shakedown Crew is. Look in your store. It was $4.99, and I can't really turn that down. He's ready to promote. Okay. We're already sending her on away teams missions. Deceptive Charismatic Trader. She's made for one of those ones that I don't often have the answer for. Oh, 10 of 11, formerly 10 of 10. One little fluffy, but let's get, okay, where is these guys? Leslie, in here somewhere. There they are. Darwin, Hadley, Hindorf, Leslie. So we are just gonna beef him up all the way, because he's gonna captain one of these Stellas. We'll put him on the big Stella with Kirk and Spock, and he's gonna gain experience, which actually be more useful on the littler one because I'm trying to max that out. So maybe we will do that. Let's see. This is the big Stella, so to speak. Let's just flip a ship on it so that we can go over here. Actually, less needed thing, but okay. Now get the little Stella. I was trying to get this one scrapped and redone, but now I'm glad I have it still. I ran into some barriers with that weird dock situation. So we're gonna free Khan up, which is good. And okay, figure out where these guys show up in their groupings. It's in the carousel. There's. Gonna let him do that now. Kirk's still gonna get morale. That's gonna do still pretty good. I want to see because here we have. Let's see. We're at level 20. We can go up, I think, to 25 here. We want to get this one maxed out. Well, we want to get it more maxed out. At least max out on this tier, I think. And then. Oops. I sure need Giorgio, I will tell you that. Let's see. Go with Orkhan, Erla, Khan. Let's see, just making sure I'm not missing. An ability that needs to defense. Nope. Could do him, but we could also take advantage of the increases the damage, increases the crit. Yeah, no, that's gonna be pretty. Let's. All right. Actually, in this, I want to move systems just for this grind. It also makes it easier. I've been missing out on battles and all that stuff. Let's see. Missing out on armadas, exchange armadas because of the flight time, even with a boost. So I am going to. Let's do a relocation for today. I can also mine some 1-star ISO. Although data is probably what I really need, but and that'll give us a chance. Start sending. We're gonna send the big one to Peck and Paw and try to hit the smaller one to Yuma. We're gonna see what happens as it gets beat down. Does it live forever? Maybe. Let's see. Do another. Let's. And this might be where we put some, put a burning crew on Bortus. And let it do some flying. Let's see. And where are you, Ash? I'd have Ash Tyler in there, but he needs guys to have attack. So pull him off. resort by attack and figure out who needs to be on there. William Riker. Okay. Then we'll send that one to Now this one, we will mine with this, but get the discovery out. We'll do some of our initial jumping while we're waiting on things. Oh, it's like, oh, that's my little Franklin. There's the discovery. Check out the ship video if you haven't. Wanted to answer some of the questions you guys have been giving me here on these streams, and everything else. Yes, jumping and summoning, and then we can boost him up with, I think it, Bulber, cost efficiency, yes. And then it just, sure it matters. Let's see. That is a PvP light thing. He's a little more protective. No, that's PvP. All right. Well, I don't know that it matters. We just want some synergy. And just sorrow, give more synergy. No, same, whatever. All right, we're not gonna fight with the ship unless we are forced to. So let's double check on the event for anomalous phenomenon. The travel allows me to instant warp or ship summon. They were not, you know, this arc they've been letting us do that every week when this comes up, which is cool. So I've just been doing the jump around and jump home. So we just, you know, just reducing the cost is really the bigger thing. I think we jump 3 times and then jump home, and we get our pulls for the week. I've been pulling the middle pull on these instead of the full pull where I run out. You know, it gives me, we'll get 1 full pull on like Saturday, Sunday, on the day we're getting more. See, let's just verify that we're, I think we are. I believe so. Jump home. Where one event is in the books in this. Yep. Fastest event I'll ever do. There we go. Dinner. Chicken dinner. All right. That's done. We'll look at the refinery for a second. Mined all that ore yesterday. I'm still poor, still hovering around 1 million. Yeah, it was under 1 million the before. So same thing with crystal. I'm gonna have to come up. I have a nice stockpile of gas. I think we had a territory where we had G3 gas, and I mined it every day. What may. Haven't been any ISO 3. That one. All right, so 680 of these. We start off with a big pull, and then we'll lower it down. I am building up my biotics, and for this, I've got 2.9 million. I am so close to getting the Vidar maxed out. We're doing the double pulls, which. Oh, well, pulled the wrong one. So now we're down to what? 2.4 million. So I've been doing a lot of those away team missions, so they kind of boosted me. So I am close to being able to finish the Vidar and max it out. So that'll be a good thing. And then I can really accelerate getting credits so I can buy epic ships. I've stopped doing that while I try to focus on the Vidar. It's got one gun left, and we're getting really close. All right, so we got that ships. We'll deal with what we're doing with this in a little bit. I guess this is going to be. Oh, actually, we know what this is. This is our Franklin, and we need the Pike Moreau. Let's see. I recently saw that Pike shows up early in the attack carousel, so that's good. Oh, and there's Moreau too. And then you go, and then Talon's the easier one to find of them. You don't have to scroll forever. I mean, you do have to scroll halfway. Me that. Say, I'm gonna save some of the mining people because I think once we get a little further, we'll be doing we'll do some kind of mining at some point. I don't want to them in there, and we did max out. So to make us moving made us closer for everything anyway. So we'll go get some swarm 35s. All right, where's this shakedown crew? Let's look at this. On the smaller one. But we're gonna see, hopefully I can get these. Just double checking the event, yeah. Surprised there's not people in here. Where are the people? Usually I'm fighting people over here. No, I don't know on that one. There's okay, now I see people. Now with Leslie, you have to get under 35 in your hull, which is not going to take too long. I mean, as we kind of grind it up, and then it sounds like it was on. The question is, how does it help with this grinding? It may not. So we're testing it out for science on here. I've heard of people using this build for soloing exchange armadas, which, I mean, that sounds cool. We're close to 50% or something on the hull. Everyone's dogging in for that 31. I want to move away from them. I think my ship was in battle. It is in battle, but it was the bugs of the game there. Okay, we've got to be getting closer. Okay. Gonna let this grind down a little bit. We can look at battle logs and everything. Let's just see if we can notice the anecdotal way. Can we just observe what's going on and notice a difference? I'm gonna do a quick sound. Sounds good. I just wanted to check the mix of the music. Hit this 33 and see how much it blows us up or how much we repair. Killed it, that's for sure. Okay, so we now know we're in the zone. Person also likes the 31. I have to fight on it. Testing 31 should be the thing I'm not fighting over. Let's see here. All right. So with Spock and Kirk doing some morale to keep them alive and to really help boost the shields, since the hull has to get down and then replenished by Leslie. What we're getting here. Also getting extra XP, so to celebrate that. Okay, it does look like it's about to blow up though. Oh, that's a dead one. Hit that one. If we can get there. We'll hit the 32 if not, because I think that 34 is we're like the smallest sliver of hull health here. This one's close. He's there. And just see what do we last longer because of this hull situation. Yeah, definitely, because we only got so much points there. All right, let's look at a battle log for a second. Oh, I don't see anything happening on that one. Let's see. I wonder why we died. All right, Kirk inspired Spock. Okay, so that helps. Seeing Leslie's stuff in here anywhere. Unless it's written out differently. Let's see. Wrong one. So, okay, well, not sure about that at all. So, well, we have to do a little more research about what that does in hostile bits, and if it does anything. I don't want to go through all the logs with you guys on here. Not what you don't come to YouTube for viewing a whole bunch of logs. Live stream, log review. Just kill, and these don't take long to kill the 35s and to blow up our ship. So I did complete a. We want to see how many swarms I can get in one go, because if I can get 9, I'm in a better spot. I've been getting 8 most of the time, and we want to get 9 just because for dailies that means 3 trips to get the 25, which is trying to get of the 35s before I move. Because otherwise, with the 8, get 24, I have to send the 4th version of the ship out, get 1 more, and then move. So that's just annoying. Also, how I monitor and kind of count some of the progress here. Does it get an extra kill, or is this one? Can't tell if the banners are. All right. This is where having the 2 repair queues really helps on a day like this, where you're doing a lot of fast, small repairs. Let's look at the swarm count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're still hitting only 8 before we blow up, which is a bummer. Press some little helps. Let's finish off the Won't be too wasteful. Here. Somebody must have been hitting help as I was kind of going in here. All right, so this can come back here and give it a little bit of love shot there. But let's go Gorkon some 35, 34s. Assuming we can find some. Pulling in some money here. Threat from beyond heroic. It's doing. All right. It's a lot of hull damage, like 5 million, but it's gonna blow up. So that was just a touch because it got itself blown up. Bluey. That way we can flip around and go to some of the other ships that we have. So. And I'm going to move our music over to some lo-fi for chill morning music. A little bit. Be a little more in the background. But I'm going to check it real quick. Let's put it offline. Yeah, that's where. No. Let the board just kind of grind around, getting 2 million a kill. Kind of slow and steady thing to kind of help us out while we work on some of this stuff. This is on the PC app. It's faster, but some of these days, a lot of lag. It's stopping. Getting what it needs. Let's see. 33. So let's go ahead and pop it. Pants are optional, folks. Right. And ship B is here. Meant to look. We are getting some XP, but let's see when Leslie's bugginess for sure. Let's ship over. And we'll sit here for a second. Leslie shouldn't have come into play at all because of this ability, but you know, Stella and Spock, of course. Stella. Kirk. Spock should be just just looking for some of this stuff. Yeah, we shouldn't see him in here till later. If I'm reading his ability correctly. When ship's whole health is under 30% of its value at the beginning of combat, he restores it by 5% at the end of each round. Got to live to the end. And then he is giving ship experience for battleship on each turn. That seems like a good way to level up the Stella, so. Still under 35%, so did another one. Still well above 35% is what I say. I believe it said the start of combat, so you know it's not this ability shouldn't kick in until you get into that window. So go away from other people. And board us up that way. Just to be at another spawn spot. We're a little above half according to these metrics. This guy and see if that helps at all. Talking about a pants optional day for my streams. All right, now here, don't know that we're under it yet. We may be too of it. So it shouldn't be, it has to kick in when we start. This will either kill us. Maybe I need to watch this, but, and maybe we've got to be there. Let's take a look at that log. And I'm surprised that didn't hit harder. Damage. So far, nothing. And it'll be at the end of the round, it said. So see something at the end. If it's going to do it. It's a little surprised we live there. That's why I'm... How many of these are 17? Let's get all 4, 5, 6. All right, close your eyes if this makes you dizzy. So let's go to the last round. And Alright, was destroyed twice apparently. So nothing there. Okay, on the next one. Okay, so still trying to see if we can get it to show up in a battle log. There's a 31. Let's run over there and kill it. We're definitely under 35% by, I would say, what makes sense. Come on, dude. Trying to hit anything here. 31 we should be able to take. I just want to see if we get some repair. If we see Leslie, we'll start at the end. Because there, I want to see. You know, I know everybody talks about him and this new. If you've got experience with this crew and these battle logs, let me know. Yeah, let's stay here. All right, so we won. Go to the battle log and close your eyes for a second. There we go. Start at the bottom here. I think we'd see something. Not seeing it still. No. I have to research this further. I'm not convinced that something's not happening positive to help the ship survive. But I am definitely not seeing it in the logs. I'm wondering if there's a log bug. In that case, that one there's like no way we weren't under 35, which, you know, not the easiest thing to see, and you're guessing this stuff. And it should be either I'm missing it in the log. Vacation. All right, yeah, this one's a little mystifying to make it. I think some of this is actually happening. Something positive's going on, but it's not. Doesn't appear to be showing in. Should say Leslie triggering. Deals damage, destroyed, deals okay, weirdness. All right. Do some research on this one. See, and talk around. Okay. And in for a penny, in for a pound says there's, could imagine there being some repair. Tried to die, but seeing Jack. Or in particular, not seeing Leslie. Thank you. Then, Leslie lurks when your whole health is 30% for the starting battle. When his ability activates for you, you will die, but you will be successful for the battle. Thank you. Okay, so that makes more sense for folks using it in the armadas, like they've been talking about, as opposed to that. Yeah, I was struggling to see it because he's definitely under 30%, 35% hull when he started some of these battles, but I never saw it kind of kicking in. And I just bought him, so I wanted to see if it would help here or not. I don't usually mess with that thing. Let's kill some swarm while we're doing. Welcome and happy Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating that. Otherwise, I hope you had wonderful meals and good times with family and friends. Generically. So. I was hoping for a cumulative effect where in these rounds, as he got started battle, he would start repairing and keeping the hull alive long enough for it to overcome these battles repeatedly. But that's not what it is. We got busier here in the swarm space. Try to go somewhere where there's less people. Yeah, I didn't want to. I just kept thinking, I'm like, I'm reading this log wrong, or I'm missing it, and I just kept assuming I wasn't at the 35% whole thing. Maybe I was at 36% when it started, because it's not like I can really tell visually without guessing. So. Grinding Swarm, grinding armadas. We're going to move some of these ships around a little bit, or some of these officers, because I'm going to bump on back to the Kirk Spock method and as a bit here. Sure we didn't invalidate things. Piercing. Okay. And then we'll do that with this one. Get him off there while I'm thinking about it. Happy Sunday to one and all. Trying out some of these things. Guys on stream. On. Try that. Okay, let's get these ships flying. The bigger one, that's a smaller one. Zip in here. Let's. All right, let's fight for a few swarm and blow the ship up. Won't take long if we can just kill. It looks like 8 swarm typically. Blow the ship up. Oh, but. Ugh. Gonna be. Hope your Thanksgiving was good too. But yeah, he really is only good for when you want to try to take down that big armada or other event workaround that I won't. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it sounded like it was doing. Then I thought we'd try it out here, but again, I hadn't used them, and I kind of bought it a little more on a whim because we had a 4.99, sale pack for the whole team, and I was like, well, for $5, I should check it out, and we could see on stream. Um, so I thought it was $20 when I first saw it in the store, and then when I looked later, it said 4.99. Okay, that's an acceptable purchase and see. Even if he's just one use, if I use him periodically, $5 for the rest of his game existence is probably worth it. Thanksgiving has been pretty good. Time spent with Mrs. Rooster. All that, some good food, and enjoying some time, long stretch away from work, which has been delectable. Well, okay, one more. We'll blow up on this. However, the question now where is how many swarms did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We did get 9 that time. So I don't know if somebody was already damaged. That'll be the one thing we have to check into. It's very busy there, so right now. So collect. I'll let my ship do a little bit of repairing before we speed it back up. We got plenty of ships to grind with here. Change land and whatever. Then the board has helped get us extra points. 0.55 million. It can do this all day. Since the hull damage gives us plenty of points in progression. Oh, just threat from beyond. Ships are flying. All right. It's time for another cup of coffee, so I'm going to go into the intermission screen and just let the music play so y'all enjoy. I'll be right back. Let's see. I'm back. Thank you for waiting. At the end, you were saying definitely worth the $5. Very limited use officer. Definitely has his place. As I'll explain it for you, though. Best crew for him would be the Kirk, Khan, Leslie on Enterprise. Want to get that? Cool. Seen it solo 39 Epic. And maxed Enterprise. Very cool. Very nice. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for explaining some of it, because just struggling with it and thinking it was going to kick off. But yeah, $5 for an officer that you at least has a use. I mean, it's not that, you know, is a use that's recognized by the community, you know, as opposed to, I mean, we do have some crappy officers out there. Some of the Discovery ones, some of the useless crew ones, cadet ones, TNG ones, you know, different things like that, where I wouldn't say they're worth $5. They just clutter up my carousel. So. Board do its thing. I think we'll let it sit there now that we have. Buddy, is this one in? This one's in Yuma too. So start this. This will increase our critical hitting. If we get any of that with on. We got some chicken dinner winner stuff going. I'm gonna treat the Bortus 50 as kind of like the backup when we're dealing with things, so we can be fighting and grinding while other ships are flying. Hoping with the overflow that we'll get some officer pulls. I doubt I'm not gonna place in the officer leaderboard again. I was able to dump a lot of stuff to get into the first one, and I barely finished. I think I finished 49th by the time they did their final pushes after I did my earlier push. Let's go and get on this guy. All right, let's hit it and see. Blow it up and get like the 5 million or something. No, 2.92. And it destroyed. Oh my. Okay, well that made a difference. We're not doing that again. Okay. We'll learn that in science. The Khan made the difference carrying it before, where we could take the 35. Let's see there. Asbator and Khan are not the same. That makes sense. Alright. Time to get this swarm moving again. And a little life hack, go to the swarm clusters, go to your emails, battle logs, then go right back to where you were if you're finding yourself moving along. So we don't need too much going on. Probably just settle in the Yuba area for all these ships to try to get them through. probably blow him up. We can get him repairing, flip another one over, and send him out. First time coming across your bro, figured I'd go pop y'all a grind swarm. All done, but wish you luck on the growth of your current channel. Is there a particular crew question I can help with? And go to work on the car. No problem. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you coming by, and hope you throw a subscribe out there so you can check and hang out. I appreciate the crew advice as we're going on that. You've been very helpful with the Leslie stuff, because that was a new one I didn't know I was going to be even testing out today, since I didn't expect to get them. And was a little ill prepared on that, so I appreciate it. Feel free to drop in anytime. Try to get here and give a lot of advice, have some fun, and of course we have some fun grinding things out regularly on the Twitch stream throughout the week. So I appreciate you being here, and you know, thanks a bunch. I do appreciate it. Here. All this swarm grinding gets on us. What progress we're making. Some of this. And get a look. Like that. That 33. That car work done. We're gonna go get a Christmas tree a little later. Get ready. After stream, and then before my Twitch stream that I'll be doing later, doing some New World stuff in the afternoon. Chilling. After the grinding is done here, though, let's see what that's taking. All right. Swarm and exchange right now today. Trying to get our BP things. I'm going to be pushing to get this get ops to 36 pretty quickly. I don't have a ton of speed ups anymore, so give you a like and subscribe. Thanks for the good luck. I appreciate it very much. I'm here every Sunday morning on YouTube, and then over on Twitch all the other days, and then of course on YouTube posting material. So we got a territory battle I'm editing out that we'll have up there to show mixing it up in territory battle coming soon on YouTube. Anyway, and much appreciated. So be good. Good luck working on the car, and I hope your swarm come easily and you don't have to fight a bunch of jerks for them. Here. All right, the heroic BP. We got the insignia thing. That looks neater than I think Tomalak is. But, put it on there. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not sure I like the frame with it. These are important decisions. I don't have a ton of these frames. I don't know what that is. The red is back in. Let's try that. All right. Apparently it's a swarm one. You know, we did just pull this off of fast. We're gonna blow the borders up here. And then we'll fast forward some of the others, send them out, go hit the swarms. You know, keep rinsing and repeating, keeping some stuff repairing in the background and flying in the background while we're doing ships. Let's hit the 33 for as much as we can get and see what happens here. All right, come on. We're probably gonna blow up, but how much of this damage-wise can we get? 43. Oh, we blew that up, but that's no. What was that? Okay, well, that was great, whatever that was. But Pressing those helps. Alright. Gonna beat us. This one, I'm gonna suicide. You could take this after. Okay. Alright. Fine. We're gonna peek at where we are in these events too, so. Oh man, come on. You douche. You're definitely being douchey now. So, higher than me would just say, he'll kill you. Oh yeah, well. The alliance and all that stuff. Oh. Alliance is to just translate into douche. We know it automatically. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Alright. Hygiene important. Oh. Alright. Well, goodish news. We've killed about 3 or 4 yet, and we still haven't blown up when I thought we were on the verge. So 4 points towards this out of this one ship. Now we're defeated. Okay. So. 3 seconds. We can wait 3 seconds. Even I can for that. Okay. So we're sending all our ships to Yuma now for this. Okay. Get into the swarm situation. Let's see. Well, there's some swarm. That looks like the place for us to try to be. Maybe a place to hang. Get there for the next. Right. Some grind. Up the next. All right, here we go. That one's grab. Am I dying? Like, why am I taking so long on that battle? I'm gonna go here. We're gonna look at our events in a minute, just to get a check on progress, make sure we're not missing some piece of an event that I thought I was on top of. Whenever we have like 3 and more events, and then some of them have some subtle differences and all that, then it's easy to miss some stuff and get a little messed up. So don't like how much you. So I find myself checking to make sure. Plus, sometimes you think you're done, or you think you're almost done. You realize you're not making nearly as much progress as you thought you would be. I like to catch that stuff early and make some adjustments on the fly. Like, this Leslie thing doesn't seem to be working. Maybe doing something, but I sure can't prove it. Okay. Some stuff popping. Heroic activities. normal. Start from me. Kill that while we're here. And go up on that one. Ourselves. Be a good alliance mate. And see what we've unlocked. Okay, hostile harbinger. Okay, the double 25. So we got our 25 35s. Now the question is, what do we need again? Because this is only the second weekend being at 35, doing Swarm Sunday activities, dealing with the 35s. So let's see. I think I have to keep killing them for a bit before it gets within range of what we're going to do with the 32s, because they're going to count so much less now. Let's see here. 115 points, but 2 points for the other. Now here we need... yeah. We'll kill some more 35s and another round of 35s at least before letting the volume hit us. So here we go. When we can give us a little freebie here. All right. Right now I'm sending everything to the same system. Fair for a bit. Actually flowing pretty well with the fast bits. Having multiple ships to jump back and forth on and do some of the grinding. That helps when you're 4-ship grinding. But I meant to look at the events, and because I think hostile killing part, I shouldn't have made much room there. Okay, so clearing the coast is done. Okay, so that, that's fast enough. Ticketed events is doing the swarm and regular hostiles. So actually we're going to bring back our Stellas. And anomalous is done. Giving is done. That from beyond is still active. But it's going to be more of finishing up the Doomsday piece by continuing the swarm, but also going and cherry picking some higher end hostiles, which hopefully folks aren't actually that interested. Now let's see. This is the ship that I'm trying to get leveled up. Let's send this home. I will actually, this one can just stay and grind. But this one is going to go to our we'll flip over, pull up, well, Pike's out there. We'll pull out another hostile crew, and want to max this sucker out. I'd like to get it scrapped and rebuilt before the Apex Rogue event. And again, they're going to be wanting, it's like we usually at least have that 1 week break, and we didn't get Apex Rogue last time, which I thought was a travesty. We got like extra faction hunting in 2 weeks. So although it's like saying, well, we might have a new release, no, because if they're gonna want to time it for their Christmas event. Although they can also time it for like a New Year's event. So, all right. Now I'm just wondering. Don't know about you guys. But now I'm left wondering what we're gonna deal with. We're gonna have a week of some normal break. It's always, I like having a little bit of break time. We got our activities with the Apex Rogue, Faction Hunt, Cow. All those things are kind of important to the economy and the progression of the game. As much as I dislike grind of faction hunt, it's important, and I'm out of officer XP for, especially the way they pulled all this extra, let's say extra event stuff. You know, we had so many ways of spending officer XP in order to unlock and compete in things during this arc. It was kind of painful. Harmonica Loot New Hours always start Tuesday. Yes, they do start only on Tuesdays. I mean, maybe they in the past they've done it at some point, but it's always been a Tuesday. So, in theory, it could start this Tuesday, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense because they usually give us at least a week. I was just thinking, oh, well, they delayed 2 weeks last time to get it. I think so that this arc would culminate with Thanksgiving and what they had planned. But we've also got, of course, Christmas and New Year's. So I could see them. We need a week. But if they want it to run, I have to plot it out on the calendar and all that to try to see. Like, they give us a week, that might be just right for them, but they might need a second week. I'm not sure. And we didn't get Apex Rogue, so I kept, because usually you get Apex Rogue the last 3 days on what Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I think it is, and it overlays with Swarm Sunday, and you know, we take that through the Monday, and then on Tuesday the thing drops, and when you see Apex Rogue, you know it's really happening. I sat on my Stella and didn't grind it up for like 3 weeks, right as the last arc was getting close to ending, because I thought Apex Rogue was coming sooner and didn't, and it was extra long. And I just kept thinking, oh, it's about to hit, but not. So, and I tend to, this duality arc, I tend to see this one as kind of filler. I know folks are liking it. We've gotten some decent rewards from it, but I think it's kind of like it's a little bit of leftovers of the Next Generation. We've been teased with Deep Space Nine. I think that's going to be the New Year stuff. Whether or not, how long the arc runs is question. This arc could be over after the next one, perhaps, you know. And then we should get the event store. And then we can see, because I got to catch up on a lot of these officers that I didn't get as much push on. But I'm not in the know on like the secret knowledge, so I can't leak anything, but I can speculate wildly, and all that. But I mean, it's been predictable. It will start on a Tuesday, and we know that. And until till this arc, we knew that it finished with the intermission finished with Apex Rogue. So, but I really think I think a lot of what they did had to do with stretching and filling to cover this Thanksgiving plan. But that's why, since I'm sure they're planning stuff for Christmas, and then they ought to be planning something for New Year's. Although I guess, because I'm looking at the calendar, if we go a week from Tuesday and start on the 7th, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. See, if we just have a week off that and do a 3-week arc, we'll get done on like December 28th. So it'll get us right through Christmas, which might work for them. The only other question is, do they want to do a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day event? Nuts and Chocolate, how you doing? Good to see you again. Hello. I'm very excited about the officers this arc. Also, no material leaderboards to upgrade my ships. I've been waiting. Yeah, exactly. We want auto returned. Well, I would happily tell them if they want to ask me, which parts do you want? Auto return when you're full, when your miner's full? Or are you talking about a different piece there? Let's see here. Air. So yeah, just looking at my calendar, they could end this. They could give us a week's. Like I said, we could have a week's delay. Close hopefully with Apex miners. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check. We could get through Christmas event. And then during the off time, they could do like a special stuff for like New Year's. Because I know we did New Year's events last year and the year before. I mean, so I just don't remember exactly what we're dealing with here. It. So to me, it just depends on how they're trying to do it. Are they trying to do it within the event, like they did here? And what? I hope everyone's doing well. I appreciate all the chat and the activity. Sure, you like the video down below so some other people see it, and all that, and they see it later. A lot of people do like to watch the videos after we have the live stream, which is cool. It all helps me. I appreciate it. But got those things. Let's see here. This ship I was recalling, and we're out. Okay, back to the swarms. I'm just curious. I get excited when they do stuff, I mean, honestly, I think I would have been. I was hunting my Eclipse hostiles in Yuma and Peckinpah. I'm actually done with that part because I did a 2.5, 3 ships. I did 2 Stellas and a Bortus, and we were just going at them and grinding them and rinsing and repeating. So actually been done, but I was trying to build up that smaller Stella a little bit more. So I find that, I mean, I moved into that section, so it was quick flying. Let's open our items here. See what junk they've got for us. And yeah, definite junk. Parts. Let's see here. We should have some officers to open at some point soon. But as I looked at the event, so Clear the Coast is done. I've been done with the battle pass for whatever the earliest day was. I did everything. So seems like 2 or 3 days, something like that. They're starting to run together on this Thanksgiving holiday. So I woke up in the middle of the night thinking I had to go to work this morning, and I hadn't set my alarms on my phone. And so I set them, and then when I started waking up, I was like, oh, wait, no, it's not. It's Sunday. I haven't done my YouTube stream. So it was a comforting thought to me that I had another day. I just need to do this combat training, which I'm trying to pull off on swarms, and we'll go hit some big stuff, and then we'll see where we are in our dailies. I did some, since I mined like, well, it felt like millions of ore yesterday, and was doing the ore event and the pay ore event. I went ahead and kept the node that I was on, because it was easy. It was a nice big node. So, and I just kind of kept my ships going that way. After the server reset, I went ahead and mined another 25,000, so that I got my got that towards my dailies, so that dailies would be off to a little bit of start. I don't always mine anymore, and I used to mine. I think I used to mine more than I did anything else. Now I do more hostile grinding. You're welcome. I don't show you tons of mining on the streams. I don't think that would draw you guys in. So here's some mining. We're gonna come back in an hour, but I will show you, when I mine something while we're doing other things. But all right, research. I am gonna open looter chests. Swarming stuff is coming around. Some more points, and then we're gonna kill some big stuff to finish. So okay, this ship is fixed. We are flipping to the Burrell. It's now being called in my alliance the beefy Burrell, because it's 2.6 million, and people are starting to notice that I've been building up my Burrell, which is cool. Glad they notice. Let's see who. I'm gonna just dump everybody out because it's and then not gonna be Pike. Well, we'll do Chen. Will be a little bit in there. For my Eclipse, and Rizara usually empty. I haven't been there. How high up is that? I'm still getting my Stellas up there. They're not They're not too high. I was definitely behind, and I found it was hard for me to get. I was in that weird string where I couldn't get into. I got powered out of most of the exchange armadas for a long time, so I had to slowly build up. I've also finally done the prime. When I bought the second Stella, that accelerated things tremendously in the last 2 months or so, which I went ahead and bought it, and I don't regret it at all. And it's accelerated my my research and everything. And then let's see here. So I'm looking. Boy, you guys, and let's just give you some health. What health we can. Not you, not you. You, okay. Not you. So, and then I went. So that's accelerated things, and I've been doing even just a quick grinding, using kind of leftover parts for the second Stella, and then just rinsing and repeating that thing is making a big difference quickly. And I'm powered up now where I'm not getting powered out of a lot of the exchange armadas. We don't have the best, we don't have a good system for including people in our armadas, actually. So people can get powered out pretty easily. And so, I run them, but as I've finally gotten up there, that is definitely helping me. Although I've got to get in the epics now and get more of the epic juice for the one. I'm like, because powering out is such an issue. I'm planning to work on maxing the one Stella and leave it maxed while the other one moves up and gets its ground up, with the idea that maybe I'll bring it. Maybe when it gets when I make further progress and I can get it where it's not going to be a problem, then I can do that. I think a lot of people would grind the max one, but it has been such a wall to try to get into those armadas without having a ship that doesn't need people to generously let it be in there. A lot of times it doesn't matter if you say you're coming or you get there, first grouping, get bumped out. So unless you got that power. That's what I do. One stays max for armadas anytime. One gets scrapped right. Yeah. Okay. All right. People were cocking their eyebrows at me when I was talking about that, because they're like, well, you get so much more out of the main one. But I'm like, yeah, but I can't get in the armadas and get the stuff. Now they get the prime stuff, and if I get the big ship, it makes, as soon as I scrap and rebuild the new one, I've got tons of green and blue stuff to build up. And I'm only using purple now on my main Stella, the purple uranium. So I'm just dedicating the green and blue stuff to the baby Stella. Seems to be working. I'm, like I said, and I talked in my ship video that I posted yesterday or the day before. It's like Stella. I like Stella. I like building the Stella, bringing on the trees. I like doing the armadas and even grinding the exchange hostiles. I'm not 100% sure why, but there's something about it that I do enjoy. I like building up my swarm, my Franklin, that is, as well. Once I'm seeing progress and progression and all that, Stella Efficiency Prime is excellent. Yeah, exactly. That's I got that recently after I got my second Stella and all that, and it made just a huge difference because I was sitting on. I gotta find some worms to kill. I was sitting on stuff and was sitting on materials trying to get enough to upgrade the little one, and suddenly I did it, and then I was able to do a tier and a half off the materials I had, and I was like, wow, so you really felt the difference. Nice when some of that stuff is behind the scenes and you don't necessarily feel it. You're like, well, I got some kind of boost from that prime, whatever. I think I'm starting to notice it now with the different prime officers and Prime Officers 2.0, which I did go ahead and get, and with away teams and being able to boost out the ship's percentages better and better. A lot of that stuff has been positive. Swarmy, swarmy, swarmy. Ended up buying the Stella pack for the second. Yeah, I mean, I know you can earn a second Stella kind of slowly through some of the stores, like the Arc store. I think the Arc Event store. I think so. You got to wait for the Arcs, which is, you know, 3 or more months in between. I mean, I think the one before had been like 5 months. We had one or something because it was a very long arc and all that. So, but you could never buy the whole thing. So I just went ahead and bought it. I think it was $50. But it's really helped my Stella game immensely already. And you know, I mean, if I was kind of close to getting it for free, that's one thing. But I wasn't. I was kind of trying to enjoy the Stella more. So you definitely can do it for free, but there's a lot of time sinking in there. With stuff that costs less, costs 50 and less and all that, sometimes it's worth the money to save the time and the questions about how long it takes to get stuff. For me, on occasion, and it's usually, I usually think about it for a while and all that, but you know, once like the ships, like for the, I think you got to buy 5 $100 packs or better to get an epic ship from scratch. I'm like, there's not a chance in heck I'm doing that. Yeah, there's the Twitch. Make sure you join us on Twitch too. I'm gonna be there later after we get gotta go get a little Christmas tree and stuff and all that. Get some lunch. I just got destroyed. All right, but somebody up. I'll be on doing some New World streaming and kicking back like that with you guys. So plus I do all my Star Trek during the weekend on Saturdays is on Twitch the other days. So come join that community. So if you watch me in the morning here on YouTube on Sundays, I also do it on Saturdays on Twitch around the same time at 10 o'clock Pacific time for 2 or 3 hours. So now I can get this one going. Let's see what happened. Ship's almost arrived. Another ship if we want it. Let's see. What's my progress? 35 points. Now that means I'll get 2 points out of 70. I'm not planning to kill 70 32s. But I don't need to kill 70 to finish this, so I'm going to keep doing 35s until we get this. Then we'll run over and do the 32s to finish. Might be able to do that on one hull if I'm lucky. Let's see. This ship. Let's go ahead and break out the Saladin. And assuming I have the officers, which, you know, is an assumption. Not that grouping. But yes, you. Now we can group. Let's see. And it should be, oh, well, I've got some good defense things. I'm going to do this Beverly thing where we do the health and defense. So, let's see, defense is at 9. Not you, not you. Not you. Health. Health at 13, defense at 11. Two are going to work together a little bit. What are we getting? Dodge. Shield, deflection, armor, and dodge. 200% of the health. And at her, we're going to get armor, shield, deflection, and dodge for 200% of the defense. So it splits it a little bit. But so far, been too much of a problem. Let's go see how we do. Fire this off to kill some stuff in Terminimerus. Now. Alright, the Burrell's in there. Saturday night, I skip Swarm and do it today. Now I bundle the Swarm, the ticket event, and Threat from Beyond. Yes, no, I do the same thing. Last night I was like, oh, I could do Swarm. After the reset, I'm like, no, we got Swarm in the morning. Don't need to do that. Yeah, I believe in being somewhat efficient. I try to use you know, like I'm doing the ticketed event that gives bonus points for swarm and killing hostiles, because I know I'm going to be doing my swarm Sunday, things like that. So I try to make it so that's why I end up staring at the events and talking about them on stream, try to figure out, wait a minute, if I do these 3 things will kind of support one another at the same time. Trying to knock some of that out. I like playing the game, and I don't mind playing several hours, especially when I'm doing the streams, of course. Play for a few hours on the stream and everything. Really try to get a lot of stuff done, and then, you know, if there's something like a slow mining event, I may just be doing that sort of in the background all day. You know, AFKing, setting a timer on my watch and resetting a miner once an hour, that kind of thing. But that, you know, for the other types of events, it's like, you know, actively jumping in and trying to figure out what's going to help. Same thing with like when we need particular faction of hostiles, but we also have an armada event. So like trying to start or participate particularly in armadas that are of that faction, so that you're chipping away, you know, 35 armada. Of the Romulans when we need to kill Romulans, instead of just jumping in every armada, unless it's just crazy and you got to take what you can get. But all those little things to help you out. There's a lot of screen time if you're not careful, especially on some of these days, with some of these events. Your time is valuable. You can stack enough health on their deck. Bev should add nothing in this crew and can be replaced. Oh, it's a good point. Well, I don't know that who do I have? I don't know that I have enough health to do it. We could try. But yeah, it's fair. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. It's kind of the bonus. I'll just recall it while we do this grind. But yeah, I mean, they're doing the same thing. I haven't really seen worked okay in the past, but try to figure out who else. Oh, I think it's Yuki. I think I was also like in that Borg with Sharvanak because of the health. Borg supports your 5 and Char, who is yeah. I've done I think I was using Yuki, who also was Yuki basing on health, or is she basing on attack? Check. Yeah, I'd have to check and see if I'm still getting that. That's true. Yeah. Often that, you know, I should check. Sometimes I check just by like, does it seem like I killed enough or I had to come back and repair? But you're absolutely right. Doing the maths will help plenty. Let's move Wolf. Also, nice to see Wolf not with a big red star on there. Yeah. Yeah, so I've done some anti-factioning on that too, but I just, like, I forget. I think it was synergistic, so borrow business, you know, I think it makes some sense to do something like that. Or yeah, Sharvanak, and I've got Sharvanak is under the deck somewhere, one of these ships, so, and I'm not sure where. You like to run, assume you're gonna say something, run something, or you're a jogger, just letting me know. Let's see. So we'll wait, kill the 40. Yeah, so you're spinning Groombridge, where I have to be careful which ones I hit a little more. Put her on the bridge to replace Bev. I'm a Sharvanak or Yuki. And I think Yuki could be on another ship too. I might have to better look at these as I'm getting. I hope the attack people are with Ash Tyler on the Bordas, so I may have to free him up because I think that includes Yuki. Okay, hey, Norman Doomsday. That's a start. But yeah, we'll mess around. mess around with it. Let's see. See where these guys are. I've been playing around with different builds on some of the grinds and seeing it. And some of it is like how to, making what I'll call suboptimal, things that are good enough that help with hostiles, but aren't obviously your PMT, PMC kind of thing. Let's see. Who's on here? Because I think I threw more than I needed to. Yeah, there's Sharvonic, so we'll pull Sharvonic off. I think it's ready to be upgraded. So we're still at the hundreds. And instead of health, because we'll at least put her on, we'll save her to put on the other ship. And I'll just put Ara, because that ship full. Get this one flying. And we'll see what we need. They're currently showing I like Dar. I love me some Beverly. Yeah, I like Beverly. I think she's a little bit underrated, and so that has been, a nice thing. In my opinion, she's underrated and can help you when you don't have a card, with her, if you load the underbelly right and of your ship and all that stuff. So, so I think that can be helpful. All right. Okay. Yuki's on ship D. That's what I thought. So pull off. We're going to redo these officers and fast forward this up. Look at Sharvonic and I forget. I think I was doing the faction. I was trying the faction recently, and it's useful. Pull any of these people. All right. Bortus isn't gonna. Bortus probably gonna get turned into a miner. All right, let's. Spock on shield bridger. I think if you get her built up, I only have her to tier 2, so she's not. But I do think she helps with some hostile grinding, particularly not on your prime ship, and all that, but kind of helping with that hostile. So let's see, what do we got here? So we're talking about Sharvonic, and who is going to give us. This is the armor piercing ship of the health, so that builds off the health. So that is a good synergy. Let's see here. Now and then, if we look at Yuki, who I know is in the attack grouping, I believe. She's gonna help me against my Romulans. 75% of the health of the crew. Yeah, I think I want to go with Yuki here, and then I'm gonna load health only under here. Sharvonic would be good if I, definitely if I was going to do another place. And we'll put Sharvonic down below. We'll put Nero down below. So, yes, assigning these guys. I'm going to keep those miners out. But everybody from D who's... Yes. Yes. Not you. There you go. Boom. And even... Beastie, Spock, and... Okay. So that gets us up to 14.7 on the health. They're gonna be their health is boosted. Stuff is going. All right, let's give it a shot. Now let's see. Yuki, Star, and that health work. Oh, that one. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, I think we'll make it. Let's see. If we put Yuki as captain, all right, we'll give you a shot. Let's give it a roll. If we'll see pretty quickly. All right. So, find me what she does. Shield health of the opponent by temp. You're right, that does help stuff. And of course, he's boosting health. All right, let's give it a shot. Only use Bev as captain for her niche, killing heavy traders in Sol. Her regen is way better than Spock for that. That is good to know. I haven't gotten into doing heavy traders yet. I think I'm waiting on an epic. Truth. All right, let's test out this cat build. Sounds like it should work some, and we'll see what happens. That'll be a minor. You're the captain now. Just dump these people off, so I'll figure this out later. All right. But yeah, I think I think Bev has some value, and especially for folks if you don't have some stuff. I think we talk a lot about what we need to do in we talk a lot about what's like the meta, who are the best things to do, and that's important to know when you have them. And to put them together, but it's also important, I think, to talk about, who can you use like that's more accessible from a free-to-play or spend modestly to play type of mod, mod and con for heavy traders. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, it's like kind of looking at where can some people be, how can they get some of the stuff done that they need to do to advance themselves? Because if you just tell, if everybody hears, oh, well, you need Picard Beverly, and then, like, I don't have Picard. I'm not going to get Picard anytime soon. He's going to have to become sourceable. Or there'll be a really well-priced event, because I usually don't buy officers except when I'm trying to stick in and place at the end in some kind of officer leaderboard. And then I buy just enough to place 50th or something like that. But let's see here. So, but I think it's important to have some ideas about the stuff that will work until you get it. Like I think for me, it was a particular bone of contention that I didn't have Pike. I didn't have Pike forever. I only got him recently, and so in the last 6 months or something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but so and then I was always using Uhura McCoy because I had Moreau, but I didn't have Pike, and that stuff kind of kicked in. But I think it is good to know about how you can do it if you are trying to run so many hostiles, like you're trying to make faction hunt go better, or get done faster, and you want to run 4 ships, but you don't have all the crews. What are some ways to make some ships that are survivable? Maybe you lower their level. Yeah, Pike, game changer, huge. I agree completely. Made so much difference for me on swarms and Swarm Sundays, even when I was having to use like my Saladin to do swarms when I didn't have things built up enough. And don't get behind on your Franklins problem, but that was like when I was doing level 30 swarms. Like Blue Mac, Chin, and Blue Mac or Max Chin. I've got McCoy, Chin, Ember. Huh? Because yeah, I ended up doing Uhura, McCoy, and Talon for the longest time. Which is what I'm doing. What here? Well, this is Chen because I've on something. But yeah, just being able to mix some stuff up and be able. It's like they're not. You're not going to substitute for Pike. I mean, except like Picard, but Picard's harder to get than Pike is, I think. So, but having some stuff that works decently well, where you're not like just spending more resources than you are, where you're like, okay, I get blown up on the second hostiles and having to start my repair cycle again. as I've been doing more of the grinding in Wolf and Groom Bridge and that kind of thing and all that, several little setups that have worked decently and kept us alive. To kind of achieve my event goals and make sure I get the daily pops where I want them for my factions. See, what do we pull? Oh, box, a milestone box. Yeah, eventually we'll get our 45 minutes. We'll get our 4-hour chest. And we've got some recruits we definitely want to open since there's an event that I plan on not placing in. I did all I could to get in the last one. Let's see. Ooh, look at all those 40s up there. See if we can get them. Broken one. Break it. Yesterday I was having better luck with the broken. Through that. Alright, fix that scope. I'll be the one chasing that one like forever, sitting on it, and then somebody just pops over and kills it. Had that happen enough times to know not to waste my time with it. Here. The officers and the officer options come out. They're a very interesting and engaging part of the game because there's a lot of different things that we can figure out and kind of game theory, figure out who works and all that. I don't spend a lot of time looking at some of the officer tools and spreadsheets and all that. I should. But I have enough speed ups now that I usually am willing to just throw some stuff around and see what happens. Oh my gosh, the broken 40 is gone from here, although we have a new broken 40. They did something to the server. All right, Swarmage. Better look at that. Press help. Supposed to do. Ticketed event. Oh, all right. Well, that's done, but not the swarming itself. So now we're just doing bonus for the dailies and stuff. But let's get some swarm, and of course, we're gonna see how that build on the Saladin works in Terminimerus. Please kill 10 and get 38 points. That should 35, 50 points. There's the dailies. But we're not where we need to be on the forming. I believe we need 3 kills. 25 points. So we need 3 more kills. Or actually, I can just do 2 more kills. Might be this one. Use what hull I have to go after some 32s, which will be fast. Let's see. Sure, I'm not messing up my 5 points. That means that when I kill 10 and I need to kill more than 10 over here. So let's save the hull. So close we can just go. All right, here we go. The Yuki captain. I never used Yuki's captain. I know she's got some chops for that. Let's see. Thought of her more when we're doing some PvP matchup stuff, but I'm just getting used to using some of that. Oh, that definitely worked on the 40s. Hull looks nice. This is not a mathematic thing. This is it looks nice looking on the screen here, down here. kept meaning to do some comparisons of stuff, like looking at that mitigation stats, doing all the different stuff like we talked about. Some of that. And when I have more time to be when I get to be a... No, I use Yuki, like, you know, trying to use her as a faction, but I don't use her a ton. It depends. She's always there. It just kind of depends. I want to get her in the rotation more. I don't use the faction officers in general that often. But I've started to, as I start trying to do more officers, doing in faction hunting and different things like that. I know she's wonderful, but I haven't used her a ton. Some of that's in it. You get some of these people unlocked and they're sitting over here, and you get into pattern of what you use, but kind of improving it. So I'm happy to try out this new version. It looks like it's doing well on here. Jarvanak I wasn't using as much either. Starting to use her. She's starting to become very big on my away team's activity, and then below decks a lot to give some boost. But she's definitely got good abilities. It's about what I'm building and where. Let's see. Moving around. Here, are we surrounded by good ships? There's the Romulan champion. So I don't need to kill any of those guys anymore. Do not use Lennar Young. Yeah, I should try them with him. Yeah, I mean, I don't use them that much. But yeah, I should use them in the armadas and all that. I don't think we've been doing as many armadas. I mean, I need to get into a more regular armadaing. I'm doing a lot of hostile hunting, with some mining and doing kind of events and stuff. So, but that would be good. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm building them up too, and all that. So I think I'm moving into a different stage of the game where I'm going to be wanting to use them more and having more fun with them. Klingon or Romulans. Yeah, I do use Riker. Okay, use Riker, anti-faction, and heavily. Gotcha. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, why am I killing this? I don't need that. Okay. Let's drop this at home. Done with this battle. You need to kill Romulans and swarms. 39s and 40s mean more for me on that. Right. But I haven't done a lot of times I'll set up a ship to do different ones. If I'm gonna, with Riker, I try to use Riker in the Federation side and let him do that. For armadas, Riker and Crusher, and without looking at it. But a lot of times I try to, I do a Kirk Spock Khan kind of go to, or I will use Gorkon, or sometimes Burning Cruise, different things like that. Hey, good afternoon, Douglas. Yeah, it's still morning for me, but it's afternoon for most people, I think, watching. Yeah. Oh, thanks for stopping in. We're grinding out the events and the dailies and all that, and getting closer to reaching our goals. Still finishing Swarm, finished some other events. I'm plumb out of tickets. I ran out yesterday, and so I only got the one that I had now. See here. Saladin is not the biggest, but it hits harder than Max Saladin's Riker on all armadas. I have been hearing about all this Riker stuff. Yeah. I'll mess around with it. I'll play around with it this week, and we'll see what we do. Well, come, let's try some of this stuff out on the stream as well. Because I know you can use him. I just like to take full advantage of his Federation abilities. And so we'll see what we can do. Test some stuff out. I suspect. Okay, Heroic is done. I suspect we'll be out in. Should be in a between arc stage and all that, and we'll have some fun, particularly on the weeknight Twitch streams and stuff. Just kind of testing some of those armada builds out and just trying different stuff. That will be nice. I gotta build up my armada credits and all that, but the group's always running some armadas, so give it some love and see how some of that stuff does. But I think it's nice. There are various options that are available out there, and you know, that so some do good enough to get the job done, but though so that's I want to explore, and maybe I can find some ones that do even better. And Riker is probably part. I did compete to make sure I got Riker and got him at least unlocked, because I do hate spending too much on that stuff, officer wise. So we should need, I believe the answer is we need 25 more. So let's see here. Oh yes, that helps with officer recruits. Thank you. I'm going to spend this stuff eventually. 24 more and we are good to go. So that'll give a good thing to do, because I want to push myself to Ops 36 towards this week, and getting to pull the trigger. I'm not ready to pull the trigger yet, but we're going to try to streamline that and just play around with some officer sets. Some of this. I'm also still wondering, I do think this is another note, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't include some additional mechanic / reward or piece to our cloaking stuff that they got going on. So I'm kind of waiting for that foot to drop, related to the mechanics on cloaking. Maybe with the arc comes out, the next one comes. Haven't got a new mechanic yet, and we've been getting new mechanics in these arcs. Got cloaking, but then it tends to turn. Powers cumulative Riker Captain. The Ash Tyler on your Centurion or Enterprise Riker as cumulative Ash is cumulative. Yes, I don't have those yet, so I am trying to get my epic ships. That's kind of one of the pushes right now, is finish up and move in and get the epic ships. So I'm behind on the epics. And we're about to finish the Vidar. I've been waiting to finish the Vidar to max that sucker out, and then moving up so that I can start churning Borg probe money and refinery into the credits in order to buy the blueprints that I need. I've been stockpiling some where I can, but I'm also still back building my officers. I didn't do a good job in the 20s of getting my officers sorted out and beefed up, so I'm kind of all catching them up. All attack officers. Let's see here. Come try some of this stuff out on the Twitch stream. Let's see. There we go. Flip over here. Energy based ships you not need. Yeah, I can try it on my Burrell. So there. Let's see. Boosting out to Nia. GTS Esvator. Alright, I'll give that a look. Oh, this might actually be a better place for me to go. But I have time to do the worm. are we talking about on the one on the Saladin? The test one? Seems to be working pretty well. I'd have to compare it. Sorry, just trying to get Swarm. I'd have to compare it to some of the others. It's a Glass Cannon, Armada Crew, Riker, Khan, and 6. Yeah, I have 6. Okay, so Riker, Khan, and 6. Of course, I have Khan, and I do have Riker. But yeah, blowing them up could be cool. The Saladin piece is working pretty well as well. I'd have to do the side-by-side comparison of some of the other hostile grinding setups we've done to see if it's just to see if the numbers of hostiles killed affects. Some of that's going to be changed by whether I'm hitting 38s, 39s, or 40s too, which is only going to complicate that. But it's definitely hanging for sure. I can tell that. Well, that's cool. I probably should write down some of the things that I am doing or that notice that seem to be working, and kind of keep a little bit of a list. Things I've tried, things that seem to work and have helped me on some events and everything. Let's go. Let's cherry pick what we can. It looks like the system's quiet here, so go get some of these battleships. Suddenly getting cold in my house. This will be good. I appreciate the active chat, the suggestions and advice and all that. So we kind of look at things and just trying to try some stuff out. Some of it is, when I get into our armada and I'm in there and we live and we go on, and then we're not having problems, possibly because of the power of some of the other people that have been helping us out, kind of thing. What are they doing? Go. Oh, get some armadas going. Let's see. Right now, until we get our ships moving. Hey, what's that? That's the 10 Romulans. Okay, go back to the swarm for a little bit. After we hit this 40 that popped up. You like and put it in a file on your photo. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah, I want to prep some of those things, because get a listing, because there's several, and some of them I end up using based on like, oh, I accidentally sent somebody's on an important to me away team mission, and so I'm building around, and I put some people on some ships. So it's kind of like, it's like cooking dinner based on what you have in the fridge and the pantry, as opposed to going to the store to get exactly what you think you need and want. So I've been, sometimes I'm doing that. If I can't come up with something that at least, oh, okay, you do the armada. Okay, yeah, I do not do a ton of armadas. I do, but again, probably has a little bit to do with one. I'm also usually playing at least one other game actively and streaming, and then also making some YouTube videos and stuff. So, but I'm spending more and more time because enjoying my Star Trekking, which I always play for several hours a day, but sometimes I'm playing even more, especially as I stream more of it. When I first started streaming, I'm like 8 months in my streaming experience. When I first started streaming, I was doing Marvel Strike Force, Scopely's acquired other game, and then I couldn't actually stream Star Trek because I had to get it was stuck on my iPad. So I had to, later on, I got some technology so I could stream from my iPad, because I'm streamer on a budget. So, But and now and once we got the Scopely ID, that let me bring it over, and I started streaming that a lot more, and it made more sense because it really does seem to be a better fit for a lot of my community and the folks who hang out with me on both here on YouTube and on Twitch in doing that. But I also am doing like New World, making some content. So sometimes I get stuff done and, you know, move on to my other streams and different things like that. But so if I get more time off from work to do stream and content creation, be nice. Then I would get some of that going too, because that would make a lot more sense, and do some more exhaustive testing, keep notes, and that stuff would turn into some good content. That I'd like to do the armadas more, and I'm going to want to push them as I'm opening those chests. Ship armada and wait for the alert to push phone, enter, play on your PC. Oh. Well, I do, but not when I'm like at work. When I have to work, I'm not here, and I can't do that. But I can do some of it and do it from my phone, all that. So it just kind of depends. Work is extra involved. So, but yeah, I'm trying to keep, you know, Armada. I mean, a lot of times what I end up doing is keeping Kirk, Spock, Khan around so that I can do, have them for whatever Armada I'm going on. And then, yeah, our problem is we don't, even if you call out, you don't get a spot. So if you get powered out, you get powered out unless you do some extra stuff. So, and that's something that we've been trying to get addressed a little bit. But I like that, you know, I'm happy to do some of that stuff, and when I'm in front of spreadsheets at work and all that, then it's a lot easier for me to do some of that stuff, and try to be in it. Other times it's when I'm off work that I do it. Biggest in by default. Yeah, it's biggest in. They kind of let people do it. When I run mine, I do first call outs and first arrivals get stars. But yes, it's hard on the little guys, exactly. And I've been the medium guy, which sometimes is worse because you're getting powered out, but because you're bigger than the other little guys, they're usually giving a mercy star maybe to one extra little guy, and then the guy in the middle doesn't get anything. So that's why it took me so long to build up. So I would like us to really work on our alliance process or Armada etiquette and process, because it is hard for the others. So and I'm in the middle because I'm you know, now what's happened, that's why they've been freaking out a little because of my beefy Burrell is what they're calling it, because it's like when it's stacked with even just Kirk, Spock, Khan, middle child syndrome. Yes, exactly. It's been worse like that. The beefy Burrell is bigger than some of the enterprises that people are bringing in there, and they're now noticing it, and they're like, oh my god. So I'm not getting powered out automatically when I go into some of that stuff. So I'm getting to hang, and I don't know. It's starting to become we talk about it a lot now, the beefy Burrell. So as I build that up, okay, I think we just finished that. I believe that is the definitive clue, but I don't trust anything stuff. So once you see Khan twice, you're done. All right. Oh, might as well fill this hole up if it's convenient to do. I should. Yes. I don't have an enterprise, and of course I'm working on my Burrell and doing the gas. I know that is buying. That's basically eating into the time for my enterprise. So I'm going after the auger first. I'm halfway there, and then I'm going to accelerate that, the auger and the D4, and then while I build back up my gas stores for the enterprise, because I don't really want to have the enterprise when I have no gas to spend on it. So I'm gonna push it. Although the enterprise to me is the coolest and everything, and I want to see that I'm actually gonna go with those other ships just because I have more of those resources, and then I'm gonna get that. So that is the plan. You'll be able to see it here and on the stream because we're gonna be working on that a lot more. There's been a lot between level ops 32 and 34, and I'm now 35, but a lot of this time was spent playing catch up, getting my Franklin to where it could hang where it was supposed to be in the events, and the dailies and the Swarm Sundays. Okay, we're now full. Let's get this called. And then getting my Vidar up there. Oh, Norwich. Hey, no, I did forget. Thank you, Doug. I didn't realize that. I can't. It always throws me off, especially since I only do the stream once a week over here. But that is no. Thank you again. Yeah. So then you're gonna see it on Twitch, plenty as we're doing that. Make sure you guys come over to Twitch. We're doing it. Plus we get to play those side games. I want this. The ship I think has already disappeared. There. Let's grind here for a second. But yes, I'll be happy when I can just get the auger up because I have the most ore, and so I can focus on boosting the auger up into a playable state where it outclasses that Burrell, and start using it in some of those armadas, and maybe just keep it in its dock loaded with good armada setup, things like that, like you guys are talking about, and just sending it a ton. Happens because they don't know how to gauge the armada, don't crew very well, so they play scared. You typically need 1/3 of the power of your target. Been to the academy on the Discord? To the academy on the Discord? No. Which academy are we talking about? See here. Grind here while we have some 40s. All right. Bro, the academy. Sounds like I'm not familiar with it. Committing faux pas. Like, which Discord are we even talking about right now? Let's see here. I'm the 40. Okay, flip over here. Now I'll have to look for the academy. See what I can pick up. There's more good stuff on Discord. I usually am using it for communication and news and stuff. Honestly, my Discord's gotten a little out of hand since I'm in so many servers over the years with multiple games and stuff like that. So need to find good resources and pull them in. So sounds like this is one I need to look at. These are all, again, event schedules, daily, detailed crew loadout. Oh, okay. Oh, that. All right. Yeah, that sounds like something. Drop information. Yeah, it sounds like I'm missing out. Yeah, I'll have to look for it. There's some directions in the comments or something. We'll see where we can find that. Here. Yeah, I don't want to be missing out too much. Oh. Okay. Where are we? How are we doing now? On our progression. 3 more 39s of the Romulan. That sucker knocked out. Oh. Alright. The 3 more, and now the system looked empty. Alright, let's see how we do against the transport 40 to get some of these points. Sounds like one I'm going to have to check out. Nuts and chocolate. Definitely. Trade all these resources. Stay alive. Stay alive. Are we going to stay alive? We did. Don't do that again if you want to live. One to do it with, but come with me if you want. Alright. Alright. Scour here. We got more hull here to. There's one. Okay, so this one, and then one more. There's another one if you stay quiet. Finish that up. Appreciate it. We're going to have a nice lively chat today. I'm enjoying it. Getting that. Kind of wrapping up our tasks here. So we're going to ending, and it looks like we're going to taking a little break soon, and I think we're going to go pick up a quick Christmas tree. We're going to keep it in a bucket of water until we're ready to bring it in the house. We want to go over there and get them because we always wait too long and get a tree that is not the tree we want. So just finish that piece. So we're going to do that. Grab some lunch and all that, and then I'm going to be on. I'll be on over on the Twitch side, playing some New World. All right, we hit that one. Recall. All chips are all in. Repair. I'm gonna look and see if there's some mining I can be doing. Though I don't have the tickets to do the other mining, so it might be a good time to mine the thing that is not wanted. I need at least 2. I'm low on ore and crystal, so I could probably get a bunch of ore today. Or ISO, or I am completely out of data, so probably start. And we'll get some stuff, see what we can do with these armadas too. We're working on those. I'm gonna do some research on some of that stuff. I appreciate it. Also, I'm planning to have some time off around between Christmas and New Year's from work. I'm looking forward to that. When do that, we'll be planning some extra streams. During the workday when I'm never available, things like that, and be able to do some stuff. So that might be a nice time. I mean, in the meantime, we'll see what I can learn and refine, but then we'll also kind of do our own version of Academy in vivo over here. Anyway, I appreciate everyone hanging out with me, and again, I've had a lovely time hanging out with you guys and having a lively chat, so thank you so much. Make sure you give us a like on the video so that it promotes it and others can see there, and maybe they'll learn about the stuff that I didn't know about, or that the wisdom that you guys have shared. And then make sure you're subscribed over here, promote it, and come follow us on Twitch too. I'll be on later in the afternoon for Twitch stream. We'll do some Stream Raiders and the Pokemon community game in addition to the stuff like the New World and all that stuff. But we talk about Star Trek whenever we're on. We talk about Marvel games. We talk about New World. So we can talk about any of the things on regardless of what I'm playing. Although we can get really deep in on the Star Trek stuff, which is nice when that happens. So I'm going to check on out and get this stream closed. So y'all take care and cock-a-doodle do.